In this video, I want to talk about confidence and how if you currently aren't a confident person, then too bad, you cannot just become a confident person. So I really think you should just give up trying right now. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin, and this channel is all about personal development for female entrepreneurs. Obviously, what I just said in the introduction is absolutely ridiculous. Hearing it come from me, you're probably sitting there thinking, excuse me, if I want to become a confident person, I can very much do that. However, so many people are saying exactly what I just said to you to themselves, and maybe you're one of those people. The way that we speak to ourselves sometimes about what we can and can't do sounds absolutely ridiculous coming from somebody else. So you need to start being really conscious and aware of the way that you speak to yourself, particularly when it comes to your confidence. If you're saying right now that you can't start a business because you're not confident enough, or you can't do public speaking or be interviewed or go live on Facebook or Instagram because you're not confident enough, then you really need to start thinking about changing that language, changing the way that you speak to yourself so you can change the beliefs that you hold. In today's video, what I really want to talk about is confidence, and I really want to share with you exactly how you can increase your confidence, because anybody can increase their confidence. It's not something that people are naturally born with, and it's not something that some people have and some people don't. It's something that anybody can adopt in any single area of their life. All you have to do is start taking action. So if you did enjoy this video, I would very much appreciate it if you gave it a big thumbs up. And of course, if you are new around here, then make sure you consider subscribing, because I put out a new video like this every single week. So what I want to talk about in this video is particularly this idea of the confidence loop. This is something that I've been studying a lot as I study more psychology, and it's a pretty well-renowned tool that a lot of psychologists use to help people increase their confidence. So basically what this confidence loop is the more confident you become at something, the more competent you will become at it. However, the more competent you become at something, meaning the more you're good at something, the more confident you're going to be. So if you think of it in like a figure eight, so the more confident you get, the more competent you'll get, and the more competent you get, the more confident you get. Anytime you start something new, something that you've never done before, you are going to have a very low level of confidence because you just don't have that competency yet. This, however, begs the question, which comes first? If I need competency to build my confidence and I need confidence to build my competency, how do I actually get started? And this comes down to the fact of desire. You have to want something enough. It has to be important enough to you to actually give yourself that push to begin taking action, regardless of confidence or competency being available to you at this stage. However, the good thing about this is when you recognize that, yes, I might need to push myself a little bit, it's only just for the beginning, because over time, I will build that competency. I mean, why not? Let's just merge them together. But I will build that confidence and I will build that competency, which will make it so much easier for me to take action. I want you to start to think about right now an area of your life where you feel massive levels of confidence and therefore competency as well. Maybe you're a parent and you have 4 kids at this stage, and by the 4th one, you're feeling pretty confident in your skills to parent these children. I bet that in the beginning, when you had that first child, your level of competency and confidence wasn't where it is now. Maybe you've got a certain job that you do and you could do it with your eyes closed. Or a really good example is for those of you who drive. When I first stepped into a car when I was learning how to drive when I was 17, I was terrified. I was driving really slowly. I was always making mistakes. I felt really unconfident in my abilities to drive. However, 13 years later, I literally can drive sometimes without even realizing that I'm driving. I know that's not safe, but we've all had those moments where we've run away with a daydream. But what I'm saying is, I don't step into my car and feel unconfident about my skills in driving because my competency has built up in that area. Even though there are major risks associated with driving a car. Going out on the road, you could have an accident, anything can happen. I am not sitting there thinking, I can't do this because I have competency in that area. So think about an area that you've currently built up competency in and realize that you're confident in that area because of that competency. Now, what I want you to do is then take an area which you are currently procrastinating on. Maybe it's something to do with your business, like starting a YouTube channel or a podcast. Maybe it's public talking in front of a bunch of people. I bet right now your mind is thinking the worst case scenario of what could possibly happen here. Even though driving is so much more dangerous than starting a YouTube channel, most people would rather jump in the car and drive down the street than they would put a video out on the internet. Why? Because of the fears associated with not knowing. So what you really need to do is start to think about all of the areas that you have developed competency? I'm just going with it, right? All of the areas that you've developed confidence and competency in, and then start to think about all of the areas you're procrastinating on because you haven't got that confidence or competency yet. Then what I want you to do is I want you to start thinking about linking these two together. I want you to start saying things like, wow, I realized that I could solo travel around the world for a year. Therefore, it's going to be a piece of cake, me figuring out how to build a website. If I can figure out navigating the globe, I can figure out navigating the web. If I can build up the confidence to actually progress and become really good at my job, I can of course build up that same level of competency when starting an online business. What I'm trying to do is help you to link your actions to this confidence competency loop for things that you've done in the past and show you that even though you are just at the beginning stages, you will totally be able to do this again. We've all had things in our life that we have accomplished and we feel confident and competent in. You've just got to start thinking about how you felt at the beginning of that journey and realize that you're simply there again. So to summarize this section, if you really want to build up confidence is a really important part of having an online business. You need confidence to take action. You need confidence to be consistent. You need confidence to put yourself out there. You need confidence to start a business, but what I want you to realize is that just because you don't have that confidence now, it doesn't mean you are never going to be able to get there. You just need to start taking that action, which you've obviously realized that you've done in the past, to build up that competency to therefore create more confidence. I recently started riding motorbikes, which really took me back to when I started learning to drive a car. As I said, I am so confident driving a car. Right now, I am terrified still of going on the road and riding my motorbike. Why? Because it's something that is new. I don't have the competency in this yet, so therefore my confidence isn't there yet. How do I keep getting on that motorbike every single day? Simply because I know that one day, if I continue to take that action, I will get to the same level with my motorbike than I am with my car. Similarly with my business, it takes me absolutely nothing to film a YouTube video, but maybe going out there and hosting events is something that I'm a little more scared of, but I've just got to remember that I used to be scared of filming these YouTube videos. It's all about taking that action to build up that confidence. But I did just want to give you a few little tips to help you get started, because obviously momentum is a big part of this. As I said, you do need to push yourself a little bit in the beginning to get yourself into action, to hopefully get yourself into that confidence competency loop. So what are some of the things that you can do in the beginning? The first thing is just making sure you've got a solid why. Like I said, desire is a big part of you taking action in the first place. If you don't have a very compelling reason why you want something, it's going to be really hard to motivate yourself to take action towards it and ever even enter that confidence competency loop. So make sure you know exactly why you want the thing that you're struggling with confidence in. As I said, starting a podcast, a YouTube channel, putting yourself out there on social media. Make sure you know why you want to do these things and what it's actually going to lead to, because that will help to start motivate you towards that action. I also then want to make sure that you are disassociating with any self-imposed personality traits that aren't currently serving you. A lot of people say things like, I'm really shy naturally, or I'm an introvert, and therefore that means X. Therefore that means I can't put myself out there, I can't pitch myself, I can't make YouTube videos. None of these personality factors mean anything. They are just ways that human beings are designed to categorize themselves, to give their things that they do a sense of meaning. I personally don't believe that we should take every type of personality trait or Myers-Briggs personality type with complete and utter fact. I think that we should take all of these with a grain of salt because you can change who you are at any moment. If so right now you are a shy person, there's probably a reason for that. But you can just as easily become not a shy person if that is something you choose to do. Now that in and of itself would be a whole entire entire video of like how to actually change yourself. This is something that if you do want to study more, I would definitely look up the works of Dr. Joe Dispenza, but I can definitely talk about my experience with this. Just let me know in the comments below if that's something you'd like to see. The third thing is make sure you've got a good support network around you. You know, when you have friends or business besties or a coach to hold you accountable to showing up for the actions you need to take to build competency and competence. Why do I keep saying that? To build confidence and competency, it's so much easier to just consistently take that action. I mean, everyone's gonna have bad days. You're gonna have days where you don't feel like showing up. But if you have someone else there cheering you along, it makes it so much easier, I promise you. And if you are looking for a support network for starting an online business, I of course do have my monthly membership, the Game Changer Collective. So this is a group of like-minded women who are all starting their businesses, and we do monthly masterclasses and challenges and Q&As, but really the most important part of it is the support network there. So if you're struggling and you really want to build an online business, definitely check that out in the comments below. And then the last thing that will really help you to get into that competency loop is giving yourself proof of possibility. Now, I've spoken about this on the channel quite a lot, but I've learned about it from a different perspective as of late. So there's this person I follow online, her name is Lacey Phillips, and she talks about how we need to have expanders. And basically these are people doing what we want to do that will show us or prove to us that it is possible for us. So if you're wanting to start an online business and start that YouTube channel, that podcast, all the things that I've said as an example so far, so that you can live a life of financial freedom, you can be making a positive impact, you can be totally fulfilled each and every single day, find someone that is already doing what you're doing and absorb as much of their energy as you possibly can. Consume their books, their podcasts, their talks, their videos, whatever it is, just be around their energy as much as possible. When you're around these, as Lacey Phillips calls it, these expanders, all you're doing is proving to yourself that it's possible. When you prove to yourself it's possible, that is going to help you improve your self-belief. When you improve your self-belief, it's going to help motivate you into action. And when you improve your action, of course, then you are going to get into that competency loop. So if you're currently feeling really not confident in your abilities to take action, just remember to segment the parts where you're not feeling confident, realizing that it doesn't mean that you're an unconfident person, it just means that you're starting something new, something that you haven't done before, and all you've got to do is get yourself into that competency loop, and then you'll be right and good to go. You've done it before, you can do it again, and hopefully these 4 little steps are going to help get you started. All right, that is it for me. I really hope this video helped you. I know that there is lots and lots of content out there about confidence, and I definitely recommend you continue to do your research, but this is what's worked for me, and this is what I coach my clients through every single time they are starting something new. I am constantly challenging myself, and I'm constantly feeling unconfident, and I promise you, when you start building up that confidence, it is the best feeling in the world, but it only comes from you taking action. All right, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.